Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Dragon's Lair. As you can see, they finally taken down the fence, and hopefully they said it's going to be about 3 weeks to get it all done. We're cleaning the porches, the back decks, and cutting up where you see the red lines to put the new poles and stuff. So, well, it'll be interesting to see if that happens. Lost my train of thought now. Oh, yes. Welcome to the Dragon's Lair. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon, hit the thumbs up button, because they all help to make the channel grow. And if you're returning, welcome back. Hope you enjoy the videos. This is one of two that I'm going to try to do today, and the first one is going to be one that I'm going to retry because the last 3 times it did not work. So I'm going to try it out again. So it's going to be the other 2 figures from Super 7, the Wave 4 from Super 7, and then the 2 from San Diego Comic-Con. So, as you know, Super 7 is a company that makes action figures of all types. And then about late 2024, they announced that they were going to come out with they were going to be doing the GIJOE O-rings again. Well, them going to be doing the GIJOE O-rings. So, and this is Wave 4. Wave 5 will come out in October, and Wave 6 will be a new series, and that'll come out in January. And they're doing other figures, other O-ring figures, because in March they're supposed to be coming out with Back to the Future O-rings. And then Hasbro's still doing the O-rings specialty, because they do the Transformer O-rings and the Ghostbuster O-rings. So for vintage collectors, that's cool. And they are actually pretty cool. But on the rant right now, I wish that Super 7 would kind of listen to their fans and not make duplicate figures. They've made like two Snake Eyeses. They made 3 Cobra Commanders. Mind you, the 3rd Cobra Commander was really needed because it was the Once a Man figure from the animated movie. So that was cool. But we didn't need Wild Bill. We don't need 3 Serpentors or 2 Serpentors, because that's what one of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives were, was a Serpentor. What we as fans want, and we were glad when Super 7 that they were going to remake, they were going to start doing the O-rings, was that we wanted the O-rings that we never got. We got Ramar finally. We got the Fatal Fluffy. Cool. Those were awesome. Those we wanted when we were kids. Once a Man's Cobra Commander, yes. But the ones we really want would be Big Love, Pythona, Honda Lou from the Revenge of Cobra animated miniseries. The Slave Girl from the first animated movie. Since we got Ramar, we should have the Slave Girl that more or less throws water on the mass device. So I mean, and there's plenty of figures from all the movies, from all the comic books that we've never gotten that we would want. Like Candy, Bongo the Balloon Bear, and her father, who was a doctor for Cobra. And Candy was Ripcord's girlfriend. We can get lots of figures, but we really don't. We'll buy them, mind you, because we are completionists and we love the O-ring collections. So, yes, Falcon and Serpentor, the Royal Guard. We really didn't need another Royal Guard. But mind you, this Royal Guard is cartoon accurate. Okay. But I mean, yes, they say that they're making the doubles because they're making them look like the comic books and the cartoons. Yeah, okay, big deal. Let's get the figures we've never had in our collection, the ones we wanted when we were little kids playing with our GI Joes. So, past that rave, let's talk about the 4 figures that I have now. I will put a link down below of the Super 7 because you can still buy some of the O-ring figures. So there'll be a link down below and a link to my Instagram so you can check out the photos. And before we start, I do want to say that if anybody in the collector's world, the G.I. Joe collector's world, has extra figures of Wave 1 Bats, Wave 2 Fatal Fluffy, or the Target exclusive Python Patrol Bats, send me an email and I will purchase for the base price and shipping. So other than that, those are the only 3 that I'm actually missing now. So let's do the Wave 4. So Wave 4, we already saw me open up the Once a Man Cobra Commander and Jinx. So you can go check out that video. That was the last G.I. Joe Super 7 video. So now we have Falcon and the Royal Guard. And the cool thing is that I do like that they look like the original old figure packaging. Mind you, they say Reaction Plus on them in Super 7 instead of Hasbro. You get that little Hasbro logo down here. But the file cards are exactly reprinted from the original file cards. I looked at the original file cards and they're word for word. So that's cool. Except for the Once a Man Cobra Commander. That one's completely a new file card. So, but yeah, once Falcon is movie accurate from the animated movie. The Royal Guard is movie accurate. And the cape is kind of cool. It's not like a little, it's more like, I don't know, it's kind of like the second generation of capes that they made for the old Star Wars figures. So this is the Royal Guard, articulated in all the regular basic G.I. Joe ways, all 12 points of articulation: head, knees, legs, crotch, built with an O-ring and a T-pin or a T-bar. So now, if you want to, you can actually army build these guys now, unlike the original 87 ones where you couldn't, because if you wanted to army build them, you'd have to get a lot of Nemesis Enforcers and Globuluses. But it's cool that they package these all by themselves. So now if you want to army build them, and Falcon, his shotgun, his backpack. And like I said, he's movie accurate from the person that, from when Don Johnson did the voice in '87 movie. And he actually has a little bit a little bit more detail than the original 87 figure. Not much, but he does have a little bit more painted detail. I'll say that, more painted detail. And his shotgun is a little different, but it fits in his hand. And he has his backpack. So there's Falcon. And next we have the two figures from San Diego Comic-Con from Super 7. So we have the bats, which didn't come with a file card, but it came with the cover of the comic book that they were introduced in, or this bat was introduced in. So, and that was issue number 53. And then on the back, it's got a little bit of a cartoon scene from when Cobra Commander puts on the dynamite and explosives, and then when one of the Joes, or one of the people helping the Joes, traps the bat. And then we got the San Diego Comic-Con Serpentor, which is a little bit different colors, but they use the same file card and they use the same backing as Wave 1, or Wave 2. Yeah, Wave 2. So, but other than that, they're not bad. I will get them because, yeah, they're part of the collection, part of the series. I just would rather see more figures that we never got. And since they're licensed by Hasbro to do the figures now, they should be able to do all the figures we never got. Especially since they did Ramar and Fatal Fluffy. We should be seeing a Pythona, Big Lob, and the other three members of the Cold Slither. Because it's kind of hard to have a Cold Slither band when you only have Zartan and you don't have the other three band members. So, but... And the uniqueness about this Serpentor is this one is the one that was in the Dick animated series, Operation Dragonfire. And he was only in it for the first 2 episodes, and he got turned into a salamander when Cobra Commander created the Python Patrol. So, it was like, really? You're going to create an action figure you see maybe 4 times in 2 episodes? And not create other figures that we don't have in the collection. So, and technically this is the 4th O-ring, or 5th O-ring Serpentor. Because we had the original one from 84. We had the one from 2000. And then we had the one from 2002 from the collector's editions. Or 2002, the collector's edition, and then I think 2004 from the comic set. So that's the 3, and then we got, then in Wave 2 we got Serpentor, that was made in the style of the animated series, 2nd season of the old animated shows before Dick, and then we got the Dick one. So we have 5 Cobra Commander, or 5 Serpentors now. And then the bat. The new bats are cool. We'll get them because that's how I actually army build. It's when they paint them differently or make different ones. I don't go out and buy 12 of the same figures. I buy 1 of each figure. So, but here's the bats with the bomb strapped to them, and yes, the back part can come off. The front part can come off too, but it's been glued on. And then you can put the backpack on, and the backpack is just like the original one. Sorry, the original one. And then the cool thing about these bats is both hands can come off, and you can put the attachments on both arm pegs. And then he comes with a gun, which kind of looks like a gun that A-Team would use. Still way too silver for the bright. Sorry about the brightness, but I wanted to do this stuff outside today. And you can always give the bat, you can always have the bat hold part of the bomb. So there you go, there's bat holding part of his dynamite. And then the gun falling off when I place him down. And the gun and the hands and the attachments are chromed. They're light, they're not shiny chromed, they're dull chromed, but they are chromed. So that is kind of cool. So those are the 4 new Joes, the 2 from San Diego Comic-Con and the other 2 that were from Wave 4. So I'm hoping soon we'll find out what Wave 5 has in it. They'll give us a sneak peek hint at Wave 5. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And you have a good weekend, or a good week, since it's Tuesday right now when I'm filming this. You have a good week, stay safe, and stay cool, and have fun.